Hi, I'm Justin Beardley. This is for Module 5, EDL 856, Understanding My Community. I live in Cheney, Kansas, and we are located in the south central part of the state, about 25 miles west of Wichita. Cheney, we have about 2,170 residents. We are growing at a rate of about 18% last couple of years. Our diversity is not much diversity. We are 97% white and about 3% Hispanic, and less than 1% African American. Language spoken at home, I thought this was important to include, is 99% is English at home, and about 1% is Spanish at home. Economics. We have about a 10% poverty rate for our families. Our average income is about $55,000, and our average house here at Cheney is $103,000. I will say this, that this census was taken almost 10 years ago. In fact, we're just doing a new census now. So this information is about 10 years old. Schools. We have 2 elementary schools in Cheney. We have a public school, which has about 354 students. That's K through 5. And we have a private school that has about 42 students. We have 2 middle schools. We have our public school, which has about 178 students, and a private school that has about 18. The private school does take a few kids away from the public school here in Cheney, but it also students from around the area come to this private school. Even some students from Wichita are bused out for the private school. So we do have one high school here at Cheney, and it has about 239 students. Customs and traditions. Our town is very active, physically active. You can drive around at any point in the day and you'll see people out exercising, running, biking, working out, whatever. Athletics are extremely important to our community. We're kind of known for basketball traditions here at Cheney. We've been successful in other sports as well, like football, baseball, softball, so forth and so on. Cliques is based on wealth around here for sure. It seems like each group wants to hang out with, how much money you make kind of is where you're based on. Religion is important here at Cheney. We have 6 churches in our community. Community events are the Sedgwick County Fair. We're the hosts of it. We do have a homecoming parade along with other homecoming activities, and that's in the fall. We have something that's called Come Home for Christmas, and that's kind of a community event where they have a meal and hot chocolate and Santa Claus and that kind of stuff. We have a fall festival. We have a museum just a half-mile outside of town here. Has our old railroad stuff there, and just like a normal museum that you would think of. We do have a community service day. That's where the middle school students and the high school students take a day off from school and actually work in the community. In the picture there, you can see that we have one grade level that actually always works picks up trash along the roadways, and I think those happen to be freshmen, but that's them picking up trash along a roadway there. I do want to talk about our emergency services. We have a fire department. It's a volunteer fire department. They are also first responders. We also have, along with that, is a 24-hour police service here at Cheney, which is pretty important to us community members as well. Characteristics of our population. 92% of our community members have graduated at least from high school, and about 28% have a bachelor's degree or higher. Our average age is about 35 or 36. We do have more female residents than male. 60% of our community members travel for their job at least 20 minutes. So that means we're kind of a bedroom community. A lot of our residents work in Wichita, which is about 20 miles away, in the aircraft business or manufacturing. Social tension, we've talked about that a little bit. Communication channels, Facebook, Twitter. We do have a local newspaper here. It's called the Times Sentinel. It used to be just a Cheney paper, but that has kind of turned into, they have bought about 5 or 6 other small community newspapers. And so that represents more than just Cheney right now. Foreign language impact, we don't have much of an impact here. As far as news station goes, we have KWCH out of Wichita, Cake out of Wichita, and KSN all out of Wichita. School communication channels, we have our website, we have an app. We also still do a newsletter, as well as we have a school paper at the high school level. Sorry, it's not wanting to change slides here. There we go. Make sure I didn't skip one. I did. Skipped a couple. Sorry about this. Leadership. We have, in the city, we have a city manager, we have a mayor, and then we have a city council. School level, we have a superintendent, board of education, and then the principals. Also in the community, we have business owners. We have a Cheney Recreation Department. We have the director and then the board members underneath the director there. Characteristics of community leaders. First of all, we have to know the rules, okay? So you have to be a good listener in order to be a good leader. Must be respectful to all people. Time, you must consider everyone's time and have good time management. You must be somebody that's trustworthy. I think you need to be somebody that gets stuff done. So get her done is what I have here. Somebody that's got strong morals and ethics. I believe experience is also a key factor in some cases. Everyone's got to start somewhere, but I think experience is important. I believe that you should have strong ties to Cheney. In other words, I think you should live here. I think your kids should go to school here. I think you should be involved in the community. And I think you should also be a visionary. Economic conditions. We as a school run on an $8.7 million budget. Our mill levy is 58.4. The city council runs on a $4.9 million budget. Their mill levy is at 56.2. We are split in between rural and urban here in Cheney. Farming and ranching are very important to our community, and manufacturing. The city of Cheney hires a lot of people. The school district here at Cheney hires a lot of people as well. We do have quite a few small businesses in our town as well. Building, we had a bond issue in 2016 that passed. So we did have some school building and facilities along with that. We have built a lot of residential homes here in the past few years as well. So funding, 61% state funded, 8% local funded, and about 27% federally funded. So we have state, community, government politics. Social tensions. I've talked about this just a little bit, is we have social cliques. Everything seems like it revolves around the social class or keeping up with the Joneses. We're competitive, athletics. We're competitive as families, as how nice of a house do we own, how many toys do we own, boats, that kind of thing as far as toys. Extra sources of information, we conduct surveys. We have City Council minutes, Board of Education minutes, Census Bureau, Chamber of Commerce has minutes. Power structures, I talked about this a little bit. one thing I do want to talk about is our community a little bit. We are a pretty conservative community here in rural Kansas, if you will, but we are a family that's definitely involved. So multicultural issues, we don't have a whole lot of this. Religion does play a role in some things, like at school, we on Fridays during Lent, we will not serve red meat on Fridays. We will serve fish or peanut butter and jelly sandwiches or cheese pizza or something like that. Dress code is a hot topic. This doesn't really have to do with any multiculturalism issues, but it is a topic among our students, like no facial hair for the boys. You know, the girls have to wear shorts below their knuckle length. Can't show the shoulder on any boy or girl. So some of that is definitely a hot issue. Okay, measuring public opinion, we do surveys, we collect the data, the district summarizes the data, the Board of Education discusses it and decides maybe what to do from that point on. The Board of Education meetings are always open to community members, and they always have a chance to speak their mind. We also have parent-teacher conferences. In 2016, we passed the bond issue, but during that time we had town halls, surveys, virtual meetings. The bond issue was passed with a 74% support, but since then we conduct parent surveys and student surveys, but I don't think we have done any community service that I can find, at least anyway. So it seems like our public opinion maybe is a little bit less since we have passed the bond issue. And here is the references I used. All right, thanks for listening.